Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are at the Brooklyn Technical High School Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. Welcome. My name is Sibel Racine. I'll be your facilitator for today's session. We're super excited to get started. We have some amazing institutions here to tell you a little bit about themselves. But before we get started, just some housekeeping items for you really quickly. If you would like to ask questions, use that Q&A button in your Zoom toolbar. Once again, that Q&A button in your Zoom toolbar is where you will type in your questions to the presenters at any time. I stress at any time. Do not wait until the last minute to ask these questions because it is extremely, extremely important that we are on time. And unfortunately, we will not have a live Q&A with attendee questions at the end. So once again, type in those questions in the Q&A button at any point in time to the presenters. Also, if you could do us a favor and go ahead and put the institution's name within the question, just so we know who the question goes to, that would be great. The panelists cannot see or hear you, so you're muted and your video is turned off. Again, very important then to use that Q&A because that is how you will be interacting with the presenters. Also, fun fact, if you do see notifications through your chat, that's a great time to actually click on the chat button in your Zoom toolbar and check out some of the links or contact info that our presenters could be sharing with you. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations offered. Sign up for session for one of the sessions in the next time slot or actually for tomorrow as well. So you can check those out. Last but not least, if you'd like to relive the fun with us today, or maybe mom missed out, or maybe a friend wants to check out these schools, you all can check out the recording. All sessions are being recorded and will be available within the next few business days at strivescan.com/Brooklyn Tech. With that said, I would love to get started. Our first institution up is St. John's University.
Great, thanks so much. So let me just get the PowerPoint going and then we'll get started with the presentation. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone sees the screen, I'm assuming. So, all right, so my name's Jonathan. I'm one of the admissions counselors at St. John's University. Our main campus is in Queens, New York. I'm going to be going through a little bit about St. John's. We're going to talk a little bit about the university in general, and then I'll touch on the admissions process as we go a little bit further. So really, there's four things that you should know about St. John's before we get started, and these are the four parts of our mission. So the first part of our mission is we are a Catholic university. If you couldn't tell by the name St. John's University, surprise, we are a Roman Catholic school. No, you do not need to be Catholic to attend St. John's. You are not going to be converted to become a Catholic if you come here. Only about half our students identify as Roman Catholic. But being a Catholic school means we have a lot of personalized approach to education and smaller class sizes. We're also a Vincentian school. So that means we're founded by a part of the Catholic Church known as the Vincentian community that focuses on the teachings of St. Vincent de Paul. You'll see his picture right there on the screen. He focuses a lot on community service and charity. So a big portion of who we are focuses on all of those options that you have for serving others. The third part of our mission is we're a metropolitan school. Here in New York City, we have a main campus located in the Jamaica area of Queens. We have another campus in Manhattan and a third campus in Staten Island. So quite a lot of opportunities here in New York, but we're also a global university. We actually operate two campuses abroad. One's in Rome and the other's in Paris, and we have a lot of great study abroad options for you as students. So really, if you remember four things from tonight, it's these four things that are driving everything we do: Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global. So just to give you an idea of where are these campuses in New York City. The main campus you'll see on the right side of the screen with the subway map, we're right off of the F train, right there in Jamaica, Hillcrest, Queens. You'll see our Staten Island campus on the left side of the screen, that's on the north shore of Staten Island, and our third campus on the lower east side of Manhattan, right at Astor Place, which is home to our business programs. Now we have our two campuses abroad, one's in Rome and the other's in Paris, and then we have a partnership in Limerick, Ireland, as the third location to study abroad. So a lot of cool options of places to study. What I do is include a picture of our Queens campus, gives you an idea of, well, what does the main campus look like to St. John's? This is our flagship campus. It's where all of our undergraduate programs are. It's where most of our students are. We have about 13,000 undergraduate students on the main campus. So it just gives you a good feel. We are a traditional campus. You'll see there's a fence that runs the entire perimeter of campus. And there's also a lot of green space. So we have more of that suburban feel, even though we're in New York City, which is great. So I mentioned we are a global school. We've got a lot of options for study abroad, a lot of different opportunities for you to have an experience outside of the New York area with your education. The cool thing about having campuses abroad is that we make study abroad the same cost in tuition and room and board as it is here in New York. So you'd be paying the same price to study in Rome or to study in Paris for a semester, or you can do one of our specialized programs, which you see here up on the screen. One of our most popular programs is called the Western Europe semester. And that's where you can spend 5 weeks in Rome, 5 weeks in Paris, and then 5 weeks in Limerick, all with St. John's between those locations throughout the semester. It's the same cost as tuition, room, and board in New York. So scholarship, aid, everything travels with you. An amazing opportunity for you. So it's a little bit about our abroad programs. You can go on our website and learn a little bit more about those. But let's talk about St. John's in general. How big is this school? Where are our students coming from? Well, we have about 17,000 total undergraduate students between all of our campuses. If you took all of our law school students, all of our graduate students, put that together, it's about 21,000 students total. That makes us the second largest Catholic university in the US. It means we have a lot of resources. You'll see we have a huge alumni network, over 180,000 alumni that live and work all throughout the New York metropolitan area and all over the globe. With being a big school that we are, we don't have large classes. So the average class size for freshmen, it's right around 30 to 35 students. Student to faculty ratio, you see there, it's about 17:1. Our students are representing all different kinds of cultures, all different states, and they're coming from all over the country. So it's an amazing experience to be on a campus, especially in Queens, New York, with all of that culture in one place. We also have a lot of options for you. There's over 100 different programs to study at St. John's, which are broken up into 5 different undergraduate colleges. So you would choose a major when you apply to St. John's, or you can apply undecided to the university and then decide, on your major by the end of sophomore year. We also have an honors program and a variety of dual degree options. So a lot of different ways for you to get a bachelor's and a master's degree within an accelerated amount of time, which is usually 5 years. You might have heard of St. John's with our sports teams. We are known as New York's college sports team. We're most known for basketball, so Madison Square Garden's our home court, but a lot of other sports and athletic programs to get involved with within the university. So definitely stuff to check out. Sports culture is a big part of who we are, but it's not everything. We have a lot of other clubs and organizations as well. And we can't talk about New York without talking about internship opportunities. So many opportunities for you to build your resume as a student here at the university. So let's go quickly over the admissions process. We are on the Common App. We have our own application. We're a free application, so there's no application fee at any time when you apply to St. John's. We look primarily at your grades, so that's your high school transcript, and we're going to ask for some additional things that are optional, and you can add those to your application as well. So you can reach out to us with any additional questions. The application process is pretty streamlined. The admissions office is always willing to help you through that process as well. And that is it for the presentation. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for St. John's University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have DePaul University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Woolley, and I am here representing DePaul University, which is in Chicago, Illinois. We are actually the largest Catholic school in the country, but much like my previous presenter said, you do not have to be Catholic to come to DePaul. We're also one of 3 Vincentian institutions like St. John's. So we are named after St. Vincent de Paul, and we are in the heart of Chicago. We actually have a dual campus model in the city of Chicago, one in our Lincoln Park neighborhood and the other in the Loop neighborhood. Lincoln Park is a more residentially styled campus. It's also where most of our residence halls are located if you choose to live on campus. If there is more green space, traditional styled buildings, so you can really feel like you're truly on a college campus. It's also located in a more residential neighborhood within Chicago. And not only our students live in Lincoln Park, but many other college students live in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. From this picture, you can kind of see it's taken from one of, on top of a building right by the Fullerton stop of the Chicago L. right on campus. So you can see St. Vincent de Paul's picture on one of our residence halls, but we are very easily accessible to campuses. We are on the red, purple, and brown lines of the Chicago L, and then it's just about 4 stops to the Loop. So with the Loop campus, that is in the heart of Chicago. It is in the downtown or midtown-esque vibe of neighborhoods in Chicago. It is our city campus, or our vertical campus, as we like to say. So classes are held in high-rise building, not in traditional academic buildings. And since we have these 2 campuses, to make things easier on you as a student, you will receive what's called a U-Pass, or a Metro card. So that with your student fees, you'll be able to get around anywhere in the city. So it is your bus pass as well as your Metro card. So you never have to worry about getting around. The way we divide these campuses is by academic unit. So if you're interested in, business, communication, or computing and digital media, you'll take the majority of your classes at our downtown Loop campus. If you are interested in majors of like liberal arts and social sciences, education, science and health, or our conservatory programs of music and theater, you'll be taking the majority of your classes in that Lincoln Park neighborhood. We have over 300 academic programs, our most popular being film and television, health sciences, and business. We actually have one of the oldest business schools in the country, which we're really proud of. And you'll be able to have a lot of different interests. You can kind of see by some of these student demographics, we are about 43% out of state, and we get about 45% incoming students of color each year. We also have a lot of combined degrees and accelerated programs, even with our law school and with partnerships that we have with different institutions in the Chicagoland area. So you can definitely come to us and accelerate your education should you want to. Here is just kind of a short list of our majors, specifically within our College of Computing and Digital Media and within our College of Science and Health, if you're interested more at STEM at DePaul. We have a lot of different things, including our engineering, our computer science, industrial design. So we have a lot of options for you. We are on the quarter system academically, so a little bit different maybe than what you're used to in a traditional semester-based system. You can see on the slide, we have classes from September to November. That's Labor Day until Thanksgiving, and we have the entire month of December off. So you never will have classes in December at DePaul. We are also a part of the Big East, like St. John's. So basketball is a really big sport on campus. Plus, we are in the city of Chicago. So anything is right at your fingertips, and being a student in the city of Chicago really gives you great opportunities for internships, career opportunities, and really all over the board. We are on the Common Application, and it is a free for students to apply to us. We have been test optional for over 10 years, so you do not need to submit test scores. Although if you are wanting to submit something, you can. It will be a part of your application process. Our early action deadline is November 15th, and December 1st is those conservatory programs in music and theater. Regular decision is February 1st, but I really encourage students to apply so you get all of the consideration for scholarships, which we do automatically consider you for with your application. I encourage you to check out our numerous virtual options that we have online, but you can always contact me at the email address below. And it was lovely to get to know you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for DePaul University, go ahead and put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have School of Visual Arts.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm gonna share my screen really quick. So I want to thank everyone at Brooklyn Tech for coming and having us today. My name is Jen Lloyd. I'm an admissions counselor here at the School of Visual Arts, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. So I want to tell you that SVA is comprised of about 3,600 students across our 11 unique Bachelors of Fine Arts programs. We have about 930 faculty members, all of whom are working professionals in their field, and they teach about 1,700 different courses. So no matter what BFA or Bachelor's of Fine Arts program you are involved in, you have a lot of options. And once you graduate, you join a global alumni network of over 38,000 artists. So a little bit about our campus. New York City is our campus. We have an open campus. So unlike some of the other colleges in SVA, once you enter or exit an SVA building, you are just right here in the middle of Manhattan. So we are primarily located on 23rd and 21st Street, stretching all the way from 1st Avenue all the way over to 12th Avenue. This is represented by all the red blocks that you see on the screen. And most of our campus is devoted to our studio facilities that you have seen sort of rotating around. This includes different types of traditional drawing and painting studios, printmaking studios. Of course, we have a bunch of different cameras and lenses for you to use in professional studios or on 2 different sets that we have here on campus, because we really want you to explore all of the different mediums that are available to you. And again, just zooming in a little bit closer to where we are in Manhattan. So you might have passed by an SVA building without even knowing it, but you can really see then that we are directly ingratiated and we are plugged right into the creative scene here in New York City. So when you apply to SVA, you do need to select one major and one major only. So we have 11 different majors here at SVA. So since we offer a Bachelor's of Fine Arts, that means 70% of your time is spent in the studio making your artwork, while the other 30% of your time is spent in an academic setting, in any one of our humanities, science, or like language classes, something like that. So a lot of these programs are really focused. However, we do have 4 programs that share a foundation year. So students in the cartooning, design, fine arts, and illustration program take a freshman year course of classes like drawing, painting, a little bit of reading and writing and art history, as well as sculpture and digital image making before going on into their more specific areas of study. But you have access not just to these great facilities, but a couple of really important networks. So when you are at the school, you have access to a really great set of faculty. Again, all our faculty members are working professionals in their field, so they know what it takes to make it in an artistic industry. You can make connections with them and you can ask them questions and start to build up your professional network even from day one. And when you graduate, you'll be joining a global alumni network, like I said, of over 38,000 artists. And just on the bottom of the screen, you can see just what is possible with your SVA degree. This is a really, really small number of our alumni. We have alumni in almost every creative field that you can think of, everything from music to film to comics to TV. There is basically anything that you can do with your SVA degree, and you can be in touch with either of these networks whenever you would like. And on an institutional level, we do want to support your career. We do this through our Office of Career Development, which is really known for its career fair, where at the end of the year, we host all of these different creative companies to come onto our campus and to see the work of our graduating seniors. So this is a really great chance to expand your network and to see what places you might want to jumpstart your career. But I do want to mention the application really quick. We have our own live form. We are not part of the Common App. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the different requirements. So you have to fill out the application, fill out the application and complete it. You have to submit a $50 application fee, as well as a statement of intent. We also require official transcripts that can usually be sent through Parchment or Naviance. Electronic delivery services are a lot quicker and a lot safer these days. essays. We've gone test score optional for the SAT or the ACT test score. And last but not least, we are looking at your portfolio. So when you're applying to an art school, we are going to need to see a portfolio of your artistic output. And depending on your major of interest, it is going to be a different type of portfolio. But I do want to mention some dates and deadlines. We have our early action deadline on December 1st, which is great if you know you want to go to art school, you want to hear from SVA, and you want to hear from us before the holidays or in early January. Try to have all of your application materials into our office by December 1st. But the really big one to look out for is February 1st, which is our freshman merit scholarship consideration deadline. If you have at least a 3.0 unweighted GPA at the time of application and a strong portfolio of artwork, you are automatically considered for merit scholarship consideration. So this is a really great deadline to try to hit, because who doesn't want any type of scholarship? And last but not least, this is a really great screen to take a screenshot of or take a picture of. It has some really great links that you can use to stay in touch with us here at SVA. You can email us at admissions@sva.edu and to just get a little bit more information about the art school experience. But that just about wraps it up for me. So I'll stop my screen share, and thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for School of Visual Arts, go ahead and please put it in the Q&A now. All right, next up we have Haverford College.
Perfect, let me go ahead and share my screen now. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really excited to be able to share some information with you about Haverford. My name is Michael De Leon, and I am one of the assistant directors of admission in our office. So Haverford is a liberal arts college located in Haverford, PA. It was founded in 1833 by Quakers, and as you can see, we are a pretty small institution with our total student enrollment capping around 1,400 each year. At Haverford, you're going to find all the fundamental aspects of a liberal arts education, including seminar-style classes with an emphasis on discussion and particularly collaboration in our community, a personalized student experience at a small college. We are highly residential, particularly under normal circumstances. So 98% of our students live on campus, and we have a small class size. Our student-faculty ratio is 9:1, and about 40% of our faculty actually live on campus. Haverford is located about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia, so there are a number of opportunities for students to explore the city on the weekends, secure jobs and internships in the city. It really makes for an enhanced college experience. I like to think of it as having the best of both worlds. So you get the experience being at a small college and an intimate community, and also you can go to the big city whenever you like to do that as well. Here's a bit of a glimpse at our campus. We are an arboretum, and I like to talk about the fact that we have the tree-to-student ratio of 6:1. So all of our students make sure that they do claim that when they arrive on our campus. Here is a broad overview of our academic programs that we offer. We now have 42 majors, actually, having added neuroscience this spring, which we're excited about. And we also offer several minors and concentrations, and over half of our students have a minor or concentration. Here are the top majors represented, and this list tends to be very similar year to year, with the rankings changing sometimes, but political science typically remains at the top, but we do have a lot of STEM-focused students. We recommend coming in undeclared, but some students do have a better idea of what they'd like to study. And there are tons of ways for students to apply what they're learning in their classes through our academic centers. So as a forward, you can take advantage of collaborative partnerships in Philadelphia, local and international community engagement opportunities like fellowships and internships and independent research projects, some which allow you to travel. And these are all opportunities that we are willing to fund for our students. So the passions and the interests of our students are not really curtailed by limited funding or geographic boundaries. I do always like to highlight our newest center, the Visual Cultural Arts and Media Center, which is a 24/7 creative hub for teaching and making, and features like a film and media edit studio, a maker art space, object and media production classroom, and a community kitchen, amongst a lovely other features as well. One of the most unique academic opportunities comes by way of the Quaker Consortium. This is an academic and social partnership that we have with Swarthmore, Bryn Mawr, and the University of Pennsylvania. And it allows our students to take classes at these other schools and join their communities. And students can even major at Bryn Mawr depending on the field. By the time that they graduate, typically about 96% of our students will have taken a class on another campus. So it's pretty popular amongst our students. And we also offer a number of degree partnership programs that allow students interested in certain fields of study to, the fast track to a master's degree, which is also a popular opportunity amongst our students. Students are able to join a number of clubs and organizations, of course. We're a very campus-driven community, so many students do remain on campus because there's always something to do. And if you are interested in playing sports, we also have 10 men's and 12 women's teams, and we have the only varsity cricket team in the country, which is co-ed. Students can also study abroad, almost anywhere they are interested in traveling. This is an opportunity available to students across all majors and career tracks, and we offer over 65 programs across all 7 continents. So those are really some broad strokes of what a Haverford student has access to, but what truly distinguishes our community and makes us special is our emphasis on student voice and shared governance. And this is really deeply reflective of our Quaker history. And not only are we really interested in invested in who you are and what your story is as a student beyond your grades and any test scores that you may submit, and academics do remain primary, we are really committed to affordability for our students. So in the process, the application process, if you are admitted to Haverford, we will meet 100% of demonstrated need. This is important to us because we understand that the impact of financial fit on a student's college search process. And we really have to highlight that as well. But as I was saying, students can exercise agency over their academic and social experiences in really profound ways. And they have a really strong voice in all of our college's operations. And this is, best exemplified through our honor code, which actually outlines the academic and social values and expectations we uphold as a community. And this is completely student driven and is revised each semester by the student body. So it really creates an environment on campus where students and staff feel respected, trust each other, and have compassion for each other. And beyond this, students manage a student's activity budget of over $500,000. They serve on nearly every committee across departments, including hiring committees. So really bringing this idea of student agency to life. And really it's all about supporting our students academically, socially, and if they're interested in traveling, professional development, or research, we're really there to support our students in all of those ways. So if you are interested in anything you heard, I hope that you will be in contact with us. There are a number of ways for you to remain engaged with us. So please visit our website, and I am here today to answer the questions you have. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Haverford College, go ahead and put it in the Q&A. All right, so my panelists and presenters, if you can join me via video, that would be fantastic. I have a really, really important couple questions for you all. All right, our first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we're just gonna go in presentation order with St. John's University going first.
Great. My biggest advice would be, one, visit the campus. You have to see if you feel like you fit on campus. I know during COVID, it's hard. If you're not able to visit, definitely at least look at videos or pictures. Secondly, talk to current students. Get an idea of if they like it there. Do you think you could be friends with these people? Do I feel like I could fit in with these students? That'll give you a really good idea of, this is a school for me. I should pursue it or I shouldn't.
Awesome, thank you. DePaul University?
Yeah, I completely agree with that, but I will say go kind of a different avenue. When you are starting the search process, create an email that is very professional and one that you're going to check. So whether that's like, my name is Amanda Woolley, so AmandaWoolleyCollege@gmail.com. Like something just simple that all of your college documents are gonna go to, so when you're checking about the college search process, it all goes to that one place, and it's a very professional email address. So that is kind of my piece of advice.
Awesome, thank you. School of Visual Arts.
Hi, I would say try to determine a major that you're interested in applying to. since SVA requires students to choose a specific major when you apply. And also portfolio is also a very important component at SVA. So I would say try to prepare your portfolio as soon as you can and make as many pieces as you can. And also make sure that you follow each college's portfolio requirement, because some colleges might require observational pieces, since SVA require at least 3, preferably 5 pieces from direct observation, but others college don't require that. So I would say look at different colleges' website and look for the specific requirements. Yeah, that's basically my advice.
Awesome, thank you. And Haverford College?
Yeah, I love this question. And I think it really just varies what you would say. But one thing I like to really mention to students is assembling a college prep team and making sure that, you are in contact with these people that are going to be helping you, because getting to and succeeding in college really is a team effort. So whether that is, your parents and guardians, it's teachers, school counselors, mentors, or other family members and friends, really making sure that you have that team assembled to really support you through your college search journey. And also setting personal goals and organizing your goals and making sure that they're specific and well-defined, because that'll really help you progress towards whatever dreams you have.
Awesome advice, everybody. Thank you. All right, my next question for you all. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus? This probably is like one of my favorite questions. I've heard some really wacky ones, really fun ones, really different, unique ones, or very traditional ones that kind of other universities also, have as well, but maybe a different variation of it. So St. John's University, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
It's a great question. There's a few, but I think my top one is definitely Christmas time at St. John's. We go all out for Christmas. We have a tree brought in that's like this huge one, not as big as Rockefeller Center, but close, right there in the middle of the lawn. And then we have a huge fireworks show when we do our tree lighting. So it's incredible that we're shooting off fireworks in the middle of Queens, New York, in the middle of December. But it's an amazing experience. And it's a tradition that like goes on for years and years and years. And every year there's like a dessert party afterward. It's a lot of fun.
You got me at dessert party. I like it. Awesome. DePaul University.
So mine is more of a class than an event, but every first year student at DePaul has to take what's called the Chicago Quarter class. So whether you've grown up in Chicago or you're new to the city, every student has to take this. It is the first 10 weeks of the academic year, and the student will learn, of course, career center and all of that kind of stuff, but they also learn something about Chicago. So whether that's the history of the Latinx community in the Pilsen neighborhood, or the food in like different neighborhoods, or Wrigley, or the Cubs, or the Great Chicago Fire. There's about 150 different classes that professors and staff co-teach. So not only are you going to be in a class of 20 people, get to know those people that are brand new to Chicago or brand new to DePaul. But that's my favorite thing, is that class that they get to learn something really specific about the city of Chicago and learn the transportation system and really get to see what being in an urban environment and an urban institution really is.
Awesome. Thank you so much. School of Visual Arts.
Yeah. So I think my favorite tradition that we have here at SVA is probably our Fresh Meat convention, where we have students in all different majors sort of set up their own mini comics convention or little arts convention, and they have all of their peers and people from the public can come and buy art from everybody, and it's a really great experience to connect with students outside of your major, to support your friends and local artists, and to really get some experience into what it's like to sell your art. And it's always just a really great vibe that we've been having at our school for many years, and that's my personal favorite.
Awesome, thank you. Haverford College.
Well, it's very appropriate that this is a question being asked because today we are celebrating one of our traditions at Haverford, and my favorite, which is Pinwheel Day. And it's always a surprise. So in the middle of the night, some unknown person or people completely blanket the campus with hundreds of pinwheels in advance of the first warm day of spring, which is perfectly timed. Once we see the pinwheels, the whole campus comes together on the Founders Green, which is the lawn in front of Founders Hall, and spends the entire day together, picnicking, throwing frisbees, and just enjoying the weather. So that's definitely got to be my favorite.
I love it. These were all really, really fun. Thank you, everybody. Last question, and you're more than welcome to make it a quick, fast fact if you would like. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school. So St. John's University, I know this is on the spot here, so I'm trying to stall a couple seconds for you.
Okay, let's see. I think the coolest fact is that we are built on a golf course. So the kind of campus undulates and has all these hills and stuff through it. So it feels like you could be, I'm still trying to figure out where the 18th hole is or where it used to be. I'm thinking it's on like the south side of campus somewhere, but no one has confirmed that yet.
Awesome, thank you. DePaul?
So our film and television students have a partnership with CineSpace Studios. CineSpace Studios is one of the largest studio spaces outside of LA. And so our students have this partnership with them. So when our film and television students are out at CineSpace, they could be walking right next to actors or directors or, you know, all of the production people. And things that film out there are like Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago P, all of those Chicago shows. I think a really fun fact is that we have that partnership with CineSpace. So our students could be walking by somebody from Shameless or anything that's being filmed out there in Chicago.
Awesome, thank you. School of Visual Arts.
I would say a fun fact about our school is in the BFA Fine Arts program, which we have a bio art lab. So if students are interested in bacteria and want to play with science, they can definitely do that. We have students made a tomato that tastes like beef. They modify the genetics and do a lot of stuff. And they have made so many interesting projects that I've never seen. And I totally wish if I were in SVA for my undergraduate program, I would definitely take that course and go into the bio art lab and make a lot of fun projects. But yeah.
Awesome. I wonder if that's where like pickled flavored chips or something like that came from, right? So awesome. Really cool. Cool. All right. Haverford College. Wrap us up with your fun fact.
Yeah, I think I mentioned two very phones earlier, and this one kind of connects to my favorite thing, which is that we have a 6-to-1 teacher-to-student ratio, and we are an arboretum. We also are the oldest planned college landscape in the country, so we care very deeply about maintaining the landscape and keeping all of that up to date, which is the trees lining the roadways and the lawn stretching out before you. So very green campus.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for that. Thank you so much for presenting your absolutely amazing information, your fun, fast facts. I had a lot of fun learning about the traditions on campus, and I think our attendees did as well. I know I learned a thing or two. Attendees, I hope you were taking some notes, but thank you again for joining us. Really quick couple things before we end the session. After you close this window, my attendees, just give us some feedback. We really appreciate it. It's a very, very quick 4-question survey. Also sign up for more sessions. There are more sessions happening in the next time slots as well as tomorrow. So you do have plenty of other sessions to go ahead and check out. And then also recording will be available within the next few business days of this session, as well as all other sessions at strivescan.com/Brooklyn Tech. With that said, you all, thank you again so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody.